Oh, I'm sitting here in Nashville at the little studio.
Let me just tell you something about this studio that we have here now.
I'm down here in the studio.
I don't know what. So the air in this joint is. I mean, the building's old. I don't know what they've been doing with when no one's in the building, the AC kind of whatever it is.
It turns off.
It turns off,
point.
right?
Yeah.
For the whole building. This little studio that they built, the control side, not the talk side. They didn't realize that there were going to be human beings in here. I talked to the dude who built out the.
Well, I can give you a thing about HVACs or it's balancing HVACs across a space that has multiple like breakout offices is not easy. Like it's not like a house. Like you can have hot and cold spots, and it's not like each little room gets its own HVAC unit, right? Like so. They have to figure out how to try to balance these things. It's hard to impossible.
Well, each one of these studios does have an HVAC unit for each studio, but
its very own HVAC unit.
Yep. This schematic for this one called it a control room, not a studio. So the guys that built it out didn't know what that meant, and so they're like, "Oh, control room, whatever. It's not a studio." So they didn't give it its own like it's an offshoot from whatever's going out into the kitchen and out in the area there. When that shit shuts down, I walked into this room. You know the amount of equipment that's running in this fucking room, right? It is so goddamn hot, and I just let a seeper out, just a seeper as I sit here, right? Heat,
boy.
And I'm just thinking to myself, there's no one in this building right now, but the second I let that thing go, they're gonna come into this room.
Yep.
And it's gonna be sauna hot, and it's gonna smell like a dude fart, and they're gonna fucking lose it.
You want somebody to come barge into your office, tear ass. It'll happen within 30 seconds.
It's like I don't know what it is. They know. Yeah.
They do. They're like they can see it on your face. Like he doesn't want me to come in, therefore I will come in there. Yeah.
So that's that. That's I don't know.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that's good. All right.
Really, really wonderful.
Yeah, let's do this stupid thing. You're gonna start it.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, I mean, Christ, man, it's once a year when you do the show, and you might as well take advantage of all
I haven't thought of anything.
the fun that comes along.
Let me pray. Let me pray.
Water parks.
Let me pray.
Please do.
Dear Jesus, let this show be the best one we've ever done. Give me the strength and your courage, Lord, to talk about anal leakage to our 14 listeners.
Isn't it
working overnights in a warehouse somewhere?
It's so cool and so amazing how the Lord can he can take care of everything, even how good this show's going to be. You know, while he's multitasking all these other things, he's thinking, "Yeah, JD, you got you, brother.
He's infinite.
See what
he's
I can
the
do."
Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah. What's the Omega?
I think that's the end. I think that's the beginning and the end.
Oh, so
if
okay.
I remember.
But isn't
he's the start and he's the snake eating the tail.
Infinite is like a loop, though, right?
I think that's the Alpha and the Omega. He's the loop.
It's the Alpha and Omega that creates the infinite.
Sure. He's a ghost too. Motherfucker's a ghost. Fucking holy ghost.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Somehow I was thinking about the Holy Ghost the other day. I was like, what the fuck was that? What is that?
Yeah, what is that? That doesn't
I don't know.
seem right.
I get Jesus and I get God. Who's the ghost?
I don't know.
Who's the fucking ghost?
I'm sorry to interrupt with your ghost talk and your Jesus talk. I'm sitting here with one of these TVs is just running, and I don't know. The older I get, and I see fucking Olive Garden commercials, it just looks goddamn delicious. And I'm not even a pasta guy, but somehow when you get older, I think I don't know. That's
Dude,
where you
old
want
people
that
love old people and kids love pasta.
I've seen some sort of baked ziti on there or some goddamn bullshit.
I will say, the older I get, and you and I like a pizza. The older I get, dude, the more I like. Pizza is like the one food item where I'm like, if it's in front of me, I will continue to eat it.
Oh, for sure.
I have to like restrain myself from like if it's some sort of I don't know. We'll get some. What do we use? Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, God
Pags
bless.
or something.
God bless.
I was like, oh, there's more. I'll just do another one.
Yep.
Just one more. I'll just do that skinny piece. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty small. I'll do one more. I'll cut that piece. And just before you know it, I'm like, I just ate the entire goddamn pizza.
And it feels like I always have a little bit more room for pizza for whatever reason. I don't know what. I'm totally with you.
The cornucopia of flavors and a Brooklyn Bridge. It's like, god damn, it's good.
That Brooklyn Bridge, man. I was over at Rodin's. We don't get Pagliacci's all that often, and I think he had one of those over there. And fucking A, man, I forgot how good those are.
Even my kids who only eat cheese pizza, Ruby's
don't
like,
mess with
what's that one pizza? They're like, Brooklyn, yeah, get that one,
dude.
Dude, I can't help myself.
It pisses me off that I moved into this area and that Pagliacci's is shut down. It's like some sort of street taco joint now. It's fine, but like the memories of getting slices at that Pags there was, and it was, God bless it.
Which one is shut down?
The one on Lower Queen Anne, on the corner there.
You moved. I'm sorry, I was thinking about near your house or something.
No,
yeah. Oh yeah, that was a jump off.
That was totally a jump off.
That was jump off. Okay. Okay, hold on. I think I got it. All right, here we go. Oh, that was some gold just up front. We were just spitting. It was good. That's some bonus content.
Okay. All right. Well,
maybe. I don't know.
God bless.
A champion from the West. A legend of the East. A competition that went too far.
There's been too much violence, too much pain.
Now, to survive, you must destroy. For honor.
Let us gingerly touch our tips.
For love.
It will be nice. I think you will love it.
For justice.
The laws are master.
The power of a warrior.
JD.
The heart of a champion.
Thunder.
He likes the way I talk, and I like the way he talks.
This is Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes. Stack of Dimes.
Stack of Dimes. We are the podcast that is standing shirtless, asshole to belly button, with a bunch of troglodytes waiting to go down a water slide for 30 minutes straight, just rubbing all sorts of topless, shirtless, meat cleaver sort of arms rubbing up against you. A rash. You don't give a shit. Just gonna get to the top of that line.
What a picture you've created. God bless. Oh, man. God
sorry.
damn.
God, you made me break there. I was gonna get it out, and then
I know.
laugh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's good.
That is just
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed ruining the show. Great.
I can't remember the time. I mean, well, you're going to tell us all about it, but I don't know the last time I was in that sort of a situation. I mean, I've been to countless places with, nice weather where it's like hit the beach or hit the pool, but you're not standing ass to dick or assholes to belly button, as you put it, really, when you do that sort of thing. But
dude, there's if you don't know what I'm talking about going to a water park. I guess we could say the name. Like, I don't know. I'm
absolutely.
not like disparaging them or something.
Yeah.
It was like a month or two ago. I took the kids to a Great Wolf Lodge, the wolfing.
Now, let me ask you, that is a thing that's across the country, right? Like,
I believe so. Yes, they're definitely in more than just Washington. They're definitely more than just Grand Mound, Washington. That's for sure.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah.
Is Grand Mound?
Yeah.
Not know that.
It's like some sort of like taint between Centralia and something else. I don't know.
Tumwater and fucking Rochester or whatever.
Exactly. I did get some backstory on it too. Apparently, it was like permitted, and I think it might be on an Indian reservation, but it was like permitted, and they were going to build it, and it was going to be a casino. And then the Great Wolfage people came in and said, like, we'll buy that from you. We were going to put a water park on it. And they said, have at you, sir.
Yeah, it's a half-wit water park, though, right? Like, it's my understanding. I've not been to this because this came along and was built well into my adulthood, but it's a half-wit water park, right? Like, it's indoors.
It's indoors, but I mean, it kind of has to be because, like, we're in Washington, but because we went in January, it was fucking freezing out. But I mean, like, inside, it's pretty legit. I mean, it's got like, I don't know, 8 or 10 slides and a wave pool and hot tubs.
A death machine.
Like,
those wave pools are death machine.
Well, this time it was a vomit machine, but they shut that. They shut that down and cleaned it up real nice.
Just churning foam.
I don't know what. Yeah, it was probably some sort of mac and cheese. But when this thing is pretty tall. Like you have to go up like I don't know 3 or 4, probably 4 or 5 flights of stairs. I don't know 4 or 9. But the line. It backs up. The fucking thing backs up because like there's not. That's what you're there to do.
Wait a minute. You say you say there's like 8 slides in this place.
Yeah. So what ends up having, they have this like big tall like staircase, and it's got like 4 slides on that staircase, like 2 at the top, 2 at the halfway point, and they're like kind of similar in sort of style, but the top ones are like the legit ones, and one shoots you into this thing that's like essentially like a half pipe.
Oh, I've
and
seen
you
this.
Kind of go
you can
down
see it from the freeway, right?
Yeah, you see it from the freeway. It looks like a big funnel, like laying on its side, and it kind of sends you all like cattywampus down it or whatever, and down this half pipe. But like you have to stand in line for a while, and it's got a conveyor belt that brings the tubes up to you, so you don't have to like. That thing kept getting jammed though, so they would shut down the line for a while, and they'd have to like unjam it and then like run the conveyor belt thing again. But when you're standing in line. And you stand in line all the time for like a TSA and fucking like getting on the airplane or whatever, right? Like going to the, you're always in a queue somewhere, right? The line somehow there. I mean, because you're in your swimsuit, you're shirtless, you're already wet or something, and you're on the stairs, which is awkward. Hence the asshole to belly button is exaggerated, and then. I swear to God, people stand and crowd closer to each other than they normally do if you were wearing clothes.
Why?
Like,
why? Jesus
I was there were moments I was just like, me and this woman next to me are just rubbing arms together. I'm just shirtless, rubbing arms. And she's in like the line going, like the line kind of splits into 2. So like one, like like I said, the levels have like 2 slides per level. Like she's going to the left and I'm going to the right, but we're just standing there. Arms are rubbing, just waiting to move up the next spot in the line. It's
giving each other heat rashes,
dude. It's bonkers. I was like, I would never stand this close to somebody on the goddamn like.
You probably don't stand
subway.
that close to your wife anymore.
Yeah, on the subway or at TSA or any of these places where you jam in places.
You're in clothes.
Yeah, like I've been to Disneyland, Universal Studios, and all that. You don't stand that close to people, but apparently, like when you're waiting for a water slide, everybody's just like, well, fuck it. Let's just let's get cozy. Yeah.
Well, okay. So let me ask you this, because what's the situation for your feet? Because that was always an issue for me.
Oh yeah, they're bare. Yeah.
Okay, but what sort of ground do they have there? What are you standing on? Is it like any sort of like fake wannabe rock or?
No, on the stairs it's like probably some like I'm trying to even remember what was on the stairs, like some sort of plasticky wood stuff or something. Yeah, your feet. Maybe my kids' feet got more torn up because they were going over. Because I know where you're going. Your feet just get torn up. They get shredded.
Well, and back in the day, I mean, anybody who watched, there was that documentary about the like infamous one that was out in New Jersey or whatever. But ours wasn't bad in like there's no dangerous slides or anything at our Wild Waves. That was the one that we went to when we were kids. But everything was like concrete. Pavement, asphalt, and my big toes especially just got chewed the fuck up. Yeah, and I also feel
this is indoors, so it's like pretty like it's like a pool top. It's like
that's what I was wondering. Yeah. But I mean, sometimes these places get cheap and they cheap out on stuff, and it's like, or you get into the pool and the bottom, you're like, why is the fucking pool? A goddamn Parmesan cheese grater down there. Like, what is like, the deal?
Like the top of like a skate deck. Yeah. Where it's just like sandpaper. You're like, what is that's not going to work, dude? That's a brutal feeling.
Jesus Christ.
My kids didn't get like too. I mean, we were there for 2 days. They didn't get too torn up. I just like my whole parenting move, and this is such a cop out. I was like, they were like with their friends and with each other. I was like, I'm going to sit here and avoid getting in the water for as long as possible until my kids beg me to go in, and then I'll go in. Because I'm not going to if I pull that ripcord too soon, if I pull the NOS too soon, then I got nothing left in the tank. So I was just I just sort of hung out, watched people, which was fascinating. It was on my phone. It's that place is like pretty like they for Grand Mound, Washington, they do a pretty bang up job. Like it's what one of the other dads I was with there goes, this is like a cruise ship that doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what this whole thing is. Like, you have the different eateries you can go to. You can get ice cream. There's an arcade. There's like a game that they can go around the hotel and play this like game in these different little stations. It's like a scavenger hunt. They have like activities in the big area. Like, we're doing yoga down in the main room. And like,
I would guess,
goes, like, yeah.
I would guess, unlike the cruise, an actual cruise ship, the Frankenstein's playroom turns into Frankenstein's fucking club at night. I'm sure they don't have that sort of situation at the.
They don't, but they
Great
do have
Wolf.
a bar, and like parents were definitely getting tuned up at one point. At one point, the kids are running around like 4 to 4. They have this game where you like have a wand and you find this thing and you do a challenge. And I don't know, I wasn't really paying too much attention to it, but it allows them to like kind of run around the hotel while you just sort of like camp out in one area. Like, we would go down to the bar and get a beer and then just like camp in the lobby for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, my kid came down. She's like, "Yeah, somebody threw up in the stairwell," and I was
Of
like, "Oh yeah,
course.
that was definitely one of these parents that got like." Because there were some parents.
Oh, no
definitely,
shit?
Like, oh yeah, like people were rolling in with like coolers and stuff. Like let's fucking do this.
You can oh wow, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
oh dude, like the people were rolling in with all sorts of stuff, but you could tell parents were like there to like tie one on. They had like everywhere
can
there
you blame
was.
them? I mean, I would say like,
Oh, no,
that's terrible.
absolutely not.
I mean, I'm not a parent, but my God.
Everywhere you could go where there was any sort of food item, you could get like you can get a. I'm trying to think what they're called.
White
You can get like
Claw? A High
yeah, you
Noon?
get like a exactly. No, I was gonna say you could get like a Long Island iced tea here.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
They serve these by the pool, and they had like all kinds of mixed drinks, and it's like crazy expensive. But it's definitely. The whole reason I picked is like the old lady is going to be out of town. I was like, what am I going to do with the kids? And I was like, they wanted to. I asked them, where do you want to go? They're like, somewhere with water slides. And I was like, at some point in my parenting journey here, I got to like get this place.
You got to.
It's like you got to do it at some point, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, fine, we'll go down there. And then I told the other dads who are also like, because my wife was going with like their wives to like do a weekend away. I was like, I'm doing this thing. And all the other dads like, oh, I'll do that with you. I was like, oh shit. Okay, sure. Come along. I didn't expect all the sort of support. But it like for that weekend, it is just like pretty easy parenting. You just like let them run around and whatever. And you're just like, there's not a lot of, especially if kids at a certain age, like mine are 8 and 11. Like I didn't really ever worry about them. You know, it was like they were lost a lot because they're running around doing some game, but it was like sooner or later they kind of turned up. It wasn't a big deal. Water slides though, man, they've come a long way. I feel like.
So you genuinely enjoyed yourself?
The slides are pretty fun. Like that half pipe one is one that you get on. It's like a 4-person tube. And like each person has like kind of their own little circle you get into. Mm-hmm. And I'm going down with like me and 3 kids. So I'm like the heavy person. And the laws of physics dictate that like I end up going backwards because I'm like the fucking ballast on this thing. And then you're going on this half pipe backwards, which is like kind of terrifying. You're like, how far up am I going to go? Is this thing going to flip over? Is it like the count is all weighted weird and stuff? But it was pretty fun. I mean, like scary, but fun. I don't remember the slides being as sort of engineered or as intense growing up. I feel like they were just
for
kind
sure.
of like, yeah. Do you remember growing up in Stonehenge County? I don't know if this was there when you were around. I feel like we probably talked about this on the show before. There was like a short-lived water slides thing out by the Everett Mall. Do you remember this?
So I think when I want to say when I moved here, we saw it and we're like, holy shit, we've got like a water park, and then it like closed down immediately after we moved
I think
here.
a kid got like hit his head and died or something.
Wow.
There. I don't know. We'd have to Google it. I'm going to go with that story though. Someone died there. And
well, it's got to be
Phantom of the Opera, and they had to shut it down.
It's got to be fact, especially back then. If that, I mean, how did
I had no news source. It was like at school. Dude, I know why they shut that down. kid died and it haunted that place. Yeah. Oh shit!
And by the way, did you hear about Richard Gere? And did you also hear about stomach pumping with
Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart.
I've heard of all. Yeah,
all of it very true. All of it very true.
Well, I do remember going that one in Everett Mall Way, and any of these places when you're a kid feel like infinite. They just feel huge.
Yeah.
They feel like this is like I might as well be in downtown New York City.
Yeah.
This place is so big and massive. And then you go as an adult, and you're like, this is it? Just this one room? Okay.
Yeah.
Like this one little spot.
I remember going to like Wild Waves and Enchanted Village, and because Enchanted Village had been there forever, and this is like, would you even back in the day would you even call it like a theme park? There wasn't that many rides back.
I would call it like an amusement park.
It was like
with a few amusements.
Yeah, you'd go walk through an enchanted forest where they had little like, I don't know, fairies and whatnot, like just stationary things, and then it'd be like, oh, there's a scrambler there, and it would be your typical kind of.
And they had like a train that went.
Yeah,
in a
it's a train. Yep,
very slowly
through the enchanted forest and village and whatnot. But they started ramping it up a little bit, and the water park was built next door. And initially, I don't think they had anything to do with each other. I don't think you could initially buy a pass to get into both. I think you had to buy one or the other. And I do remember this because we wanted to hey, we're not going to go on the slides, but let's go check it out. And it's like, no, that's a separate thing. Not until later did they decide, let's combine our powers. This will be magical.
Yeah.
But either way, if you're in Enchanted Village and you looked over where the water slides and the water park was, you'd I might as well be walking to Mount Rainier. In my mind, when I was a kid, I was like, we got to walk over there? Are you kidding me? But you're right. As an adult, as you get older, you're like, boy, this place is tiny.
Right. Well, that's it?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember people moving up from actual states that have real deal water parks.
Like a Six Flags or something
shit
like
that. And just going, you got to be kidding me. This is a joke. And I was oh.
Yeah, Washington has nothing. I think just because of there's nowhere. Because most of that stuff's outdoor, and it'd have to operate 2 months a year or something, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just there's
we were. My parents now do the Sunbird thing down in Arizona, and there's some hotels down there. We haven't stayed at them, but I've kind of researched it. There's some hotels down there that have some insane water parks. It's just part of a hotel. It's not even like a water park that you would go to deliberately. It's like, come to this Marriott, and we have a massive water park.
Wow.
You're like, wait, what? Yeah.
Yeah, it was all that shit was pretty garbage because you had Enchanted Village, and then you had what was, I don't know, the Seattle Center, when they had a couple of rides down there.
Yeah, like some carnival games and whatnot.
But that was it. Then you'd hear this stuff about, they've got they got one over in Idaho or something, right?
Yeah, they did. I never went to that.
I never went to that either. And I would always see commercials sometimes too for, I think it was in Canada or something. There was a Garfield themed. Because back in the day, they used to always pick some characters where
they had this sort of
You got to make sure these kids know a brand of some sort. So for a while, it was I think Six Flags was associated with Warner Brothers cartoons. You've got Knott's Berry Farm, which was what was that, the Peanuts? Is that what it is in Knott's Berry?
Oh God, I have no idea. Is Knott's Berry Farm still there and doing its thing, right?
Oh shoosh, I went down.
Have you been back recently?
Oh yeah, me and Anita did it just for shits because when we were kids, not too.
I remember really enjoying it when I was a kid. How was it now?
It was good. It was solid. Yeah. The thing that's good about it is it's tiny. It's compared to Disneyland, you can just do it all in one day. It's and God bless Grandma Knott's fried chicken. Don't sleep on that shit. It's really good.
Really?
Oh boy. That whole thing started off as making fried chicken and pies and things like that on the side of the road, and then they added a ride, and then they added another ride, and then it turned into the thing that it is. But I think there was one locally that had something to do with Garfield, and it was funny I'd see the Canadian channel advertise it, or and I'd see the one in Idaho and this one wherever this was. And then if you had family staying at a hotel, you remember where you'd go where all those pamphlets are in a hotel?
Oh, right.
And I would see this shit, and I would always constantly be asking my parents, why aren't we going to this? Where the hell is this? Look at this. And and the answer was, oh, that's in Idaho or that's in Canada. And it was just that may as well be fucking New York, right?
Right.
Like you can't go there. What are you, crazy?
I did go a few times with like a church group to the thing in it's like outside of Vancouver. I couldn't find it on a map today, but like it made sense back then. But it's like it's more like a permanent fairground that's like open year round. Like they have the swings and they have a bunch of carnival games and they have
is that a Bouchard Gardens or something like that? Is that what that was called?
I don't even remember what the name was. I'd have to like Google it. It had a Gravitron. It had like,
oh boy.
I think its claim to fame, because I remember we'd stay at this hotel. I remember they were like, and then we'd go use the pool and whatever sauna and run around like a bunch of fucking dumb teenagers and stuff. I remember some people were there and they're like, we're roller coaster enthusiasts. And we'd go around the country like riding these different coasters. We're here to ride that one where the park we went to, because it was like, I'm going to make up a stat about it, but it was something like either the largest or the oldest wood-built standing roller coaster in North America or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, it was still like built out of lumber and like looked like railroad ties and stuff. And I mean, we probably rode that roller coaster like, there was nothing much else. There was the swings and that. So you just like, okay, let's ride in the front of the coaster. Let's ride in the back of the coaster. Let's ride in the middle of the coaster. Like you just like experience.
I know what place you're talking about. I know what place you're talking about because I had, I think Blaine Beecham went up there.
Yeah.
And that's all he would talk about was effectively the roller coaster. And it was, the way he explained it was there wasn't a whole lot there other than that, and like
and apparently big enough for these like these people that were like tolerating a bunch of teenagers or whatever in the pool area, like told us like they were there specifically to go to that because they were enthusiasts and they just travel around going to different coasters.
What year do you think this was?
92, 93.
How many roller coasters, if you were an enthusiast back in 92, 93, how many do you think there were in the United States that were like big ones?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Because
like how many are there now? I sort of, the weird. So I didn't. This is news to even you. So on the coaster thing, I get the appeal. Like they are fun, and I'll explain why. It's because over the weekend, again, Amanda was out of town. This is like, now we're in March. She was out of town. She went to a tennis tournament in Palm Springs with like, she's on a tennis team now. So they did like a trip down there there's a big, huge tournament that's going on there right now.
That's just thinking about that makes my knees ache.
Tennis?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I can't imagine like trying to like.
That's why old people play pickleball.
You're right.
So she was down there. And months ago, she had this booked, and without going on too long a walk for a short dive, I had promised the girls at one point we're going to go to California. It didn't work out because one of the kids got sick and stuff. And it's like, well, here's where I'm going to do it. Like, she's going to go to this thing in Palm Springs. I'm going to surprise the kids. Like, I'm going to like use hotel points and air miles and stuff. And I'll just like go on a trip to California. I was like, well, where do I go? I was like, well, fuck it. We'll just go to Disneyland for like 48 hours. And so that's literally what I did last weekend. I went down there, stayed at a Marriott across the street, which also had a bunch of water slides that were actually pretty good outside. Went to Disneyland for 2 days and got down there Friday night, came back, like landed at like 7 p.m. on Sunday. So it was like literally like maybe even less than 48 hours. I will say roller coasters are pretty fucking fun, man.
Yeah, they are.
Like even as an old guy, like it's like that Incredicoaster, if you've ridden that thing down there, Space Mountain holds up, Little Thunder Mountain, all those things are like
totally holds up. And
yeah, they're all super fun. We didn't get on the Matterhorn because it broke down.
That's a fun one too. All of those are like the type of roller coasters I like. They're not super crazy, but they're like perfect for me. I don't need
that
more
Incredicoaster one is that thing's a hoot. That one's pretty good. There's a loop-de-de-loop.
Knott's Berry has one that takes you up and over where it's like you go straight up like the Space Needle and come straight down towards the ground. I'm like, I can't do that shit. I cannot do that shit.
Yeah, it sounds a little intense. What I like about the Incredicoaster is like there's no like build up like the tick 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 that you're going up the hill. It's just like if people haven't been on it, like the part where it's usually you're going slow and it's flat and you tick 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 up the hill, the Incredicoaster just skips that where it's low and flat. it just goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just go like 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, and then you're like flying up this hill. It's like that's the coolest part of that coaster. Is like there's no downtime. Like the whole time you're on the coaster, it's just like.
And I know, but a lot of people like that where it's like the anticipation when you're climbing to know that like.
I just like that one because it's different that way. The other ones do all the climbing. Like
there's like a.
But Space Mountain
that's great.
It's shocking to me every time I go on that thing, like how fucking dark it is.
Yeah.
It is pitch black.
There's one that you're talking. There's like an Aerosmith ride. I think it's at Universal Studios.
Oh my gosh,
that starts that way where it's like you just get in it and it just like fires off like 0 to 60 and whatever.
Yeah,
it's a pretty fun one too, and it's indoors. It's kind of like a
Universal. No, it must not be at Universal now.
God, am I wrong? No, or they probably just changed it. They probably changed it.
There's the Mummy ride there.
Oh, I've done the Mummy ride. Maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe that's what it was.
The Mummy it's indoors and it goes backwards. Like it goes at one point, it stops and starts going backwards.
What the fuck? What God know. Bless it. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
Thought it was the goddamn Aerosmith. It does a loop-de-loo? I don't
know. It's
When were you down at the Universal?
About a year ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they did the Mummy, and we did the Jurassic Park and whatnot. They're putting in a Fast and Furious ride. The problem with Universal, and I don't know if we talked about this when we were on the show before, 9 out of 10 rides at Universal are like screens, and they put you in a thing and they shake you violently, and you get motion sick, and you're like, cool. Motion sick is so fun, you guys.
Technologies that they put skins on the whole time.
Yeah, they're pretty much all the same ride. And like we had a tour guide because we were just doing it in a quick day. Like if you if you ever have to like jam in and out there, you just want to see everything. You don't want to deal with any bullshit. I highly recommend. Like there's a ticket you can buy where you just get like a tour guide and they just you get on every ride at least once and they just fast track you. And he's like, first we're gonna hit this. We'll walk over here, and it's just like you're just beelining everywhere, and you can do it in like. I think we got there at like 8 a.m. We were done by like 2 p.m. We had literally done every ride, right? And then they let you onto your own devices. But it was like well worth it because it was like cool. Half the problem with like Disney and these places, you have to fucking have a strategy.
Yeah,
like you have to you have to map it out and have a strategy and be on top of it. It's like I don't want to think. Just tell me what to fucking do.
So it appears this is a Disney World ride. That's this Aerosmith ride. It's the Rockin' Roller Coaster. According to.
Does it play "Love in an Elevator"? And then like you go straight up or something?
Ragdoll living in a movie, hot tramp, daddy's little cutie. Yeah, no, I don't recall.
Does it at one point? I hope it does the yeah.
I don't. Janie's got a gun. I don't remember any of that shit.
Janie's got a gun. You don't know?
No. I don't remember.
That'd be a fantastic ride.
No, it's great. Of course, I remember that. No, I don't remember if the ride what's like set list was going on with the ride. But it is. I think I'm pretty sure it's like an indoor thing, kind of like the Moomy one that you were talking about, maybe. But
you got me off track on this.
Sorry. You went down. You did the whole. You did. So you went.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. The Universal thing, they just there's no strategy, or you can just like have them tour you around.
Yeah,
I don't know where I was going with that. Other than
I'll give you.
I highly recommend
a pretty small one though too.
It is very small.
You can. And
all those goddamn screens. Oh, that's the thing. The tour guide would go. Before the ride, he would kind of tell people like, "Hey, this is the type of thing you're going to get wet or whatever." He would kind of give you a heads up of like, "Do you want to do this or not?" You could opt out and just like hang out with him, or just like sit on the side. He's like. And this is another screen ride, and so if you get motion sick, and like so by like halfway through the thing, like a number of us were like, "Yeah, fuck that, I'm not doing another one of those." Yeah, the screen ones are terrible, man.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they don't really bother me. Like they don't give me motion sickness or anything.
But you do them like one after another. It's like the Transformers one, like okay, and I stopped doing them. Like
what was it's the Transformer one, and isn't there
the Harry Potter?
The Harry Potter one. Yeah,
there's another one that does a screen. The Simpsons or something does a screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, the best part of the Simpsons one is waiting and watching all the shit that's going on while you're. I don't know if you did that, but they have like kind of this. I can't remember if it's just like videos that are showing kind of. It's pretty funny.
I don't remember that. The land was pretty cool. The whole Simpsons land was.
You
good.
had a guy. You had a tour guide. He probably like
Yeah.
The
fucking Mario thing is a screen, essentially. Like, you go through a real thing, but you're putting a screen over your face. It's like...
They were just building it when I was down there. It wasn't open yet.
That thing is a disappointment. The Mario thing is a super disappointment.
It looked like it was going to be a disappointment.
It is like... It's a Mario Kart going through it. Like, they've built an actual like Mario Kart track that's real. You're like, wow, that's pretty cool. This is gonna be fun. Then they make you put this like 3D thing over your head that does this like augmented reality on top of the real, like on like on top of like the thing.
Why can't the real like?
No, it just do the but the augmented reality is just chaos. Like, you cannot tell what's happening. It's just stuff just flying at you and chaos. And I guess it's exciting because it's so busy and it's flashing a lot. I swear to God, if people have had to have seizures on this ride because it's just like, you can't make heads or tails. Like, well, I don't want to look at this 3D thing. Like, make something good out of this little land you built. Like, this is way more interesting than like staring at. It's a fucking video game already. The point is to make it not a video game.
Yeah, you're trying to make it a real life thing instead of the video game, because wouldn't that be cool to be able to do Mario Kart in some capacity in real life?
Exactly. It's not like you go on the goddamn fucking, I don't know, Little Mermaid ride and they show you the movie Little Mermaid. No, they put like real, they have like real things in there. It's like, Universal's, I feel like, kind of a bust.
I think it kind of is too. I would agree.
The Jurassic Park ride's pretty good. Was that open for you?
Yeah.
The big water one?
Yeah, that was open.
Yeah, that one's solid.
It is solid. Yeah.
Again, another kind of type of roller coaster.
Yeah.
I will say, I went on the woke Splash Mountain.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
They got rid of I'm sure everything was missed. I'm sure it was like so disappointing to you.
I didn't remember anything about Splash Mountain, but I will say, like, the ride that they built is like, it's pretty good. It was like, actually kind of surprised me. I didn't remember that much about it, but I was like, it was one of the kids' favorites for sure. Like, there's some good drops that you don't see coming and stuff in it, and you get wet. I like to get wet. You like it wet?
I like getting wet.
Do you like it wet?
Oh,
you good?
Jesus.
No?
Yeah, no, of course. I just
you like to get wet.
I like to get wet.
You know, angel dust, PCP.
That's crack, and what is it? Is it PCP and crack?
Angel dust, PCP. Lace it in there. You get wet. Yeah.
Fucking A. What do you think? I head to I get wet before I head to like the Pinehurst pub. It's not enough anymore, John.
Yeah,
it's not enough.
Dude, the crowds at
pops aren't enough anymore.
The crowds at these Disney places are, it's just like, I could watch it all day long. It's such a weird, it's like 50%, like 50% troglodytes like us, and then 50% people like dressed like they're like going like clubbing to some sort of like scantily clad like rave or something. It's bizarre. It's bizarre to me. And then I guess I don't know if I'm maybe I'm a bridge somewhere in between, but what I do know is, like, between those groups of troglodytes and the ravers, I'm just crop dusting my way through the entire park.
It does, for me, it's all of that shit is strategically letting farts out in different places. You know, like,
100%.
I'm gonna go throw this thing away in the garbage can while I'm over here next to the garbage. I might as well just blow it.
Hey, kids, I'm gonna go get some napkins. This is
just kind of look around.
No one's the wiser. The food down at those parks, I will. And I think we were down there. That was the one problem I didn't calculate for. Like, California Adventure, that park was doing like wine and food days. Mm-hmm. I think there were going to be some fucked up people there, but that was what we did on Sunday, and we left around 1. We had to leave early to catch our plane home. But it was like people were definitely drinking a lot. I was like, man, this is going to be an interesting day at Disney. I will say, no matter what food you get at Disneyland, it has a weird sort of plasticky aftertaste to it or something. It tastes, everything tastes like it was wrapped in that plastic that they put around a craft single. Like, you get a slice of pizza and you're like, that tastes like pizza, but it also tastes like a craft single a little bit. Like,
I wonder what.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Preservative.
Like,
I don't.
Or they seal how it's packed and sealed or something. It's very odd.
It just it tastes. I know what you're talking about. I don't remember much of the like being blown away by any of the food down there at all. Like, and even in the way like you'd think they would have it on lock to be something similar to what you'd get at a fair, but they don't. I mean, some of it they do, but a lot of it is it's just kind of a disappointment. None of it really.
I do like the classics. Like I'll go get a pickle or a spicy pickle.
Right, yep.
Or some sort of pineapple like chunk. Like they have just like pineapple spears you can get a Dole Whip. But the other regular food is even Ruby got like this Mickey Mouse pretzel with cheese. I was like, oh, that looks pretty good. And it has like, still got that weird plasticky taste to me or something. There's something very mass-produced artificial weird about it. But yeah, the fair thing would be a good idea. Just
they don't. I mean, they have a few things, but not a lot. And like I said, the Grandma Knott's fried chicken at Knott's Berry. I mean, you have to get it because if you go to the rides that are next door to where it's at, you just smell it the entire time. It smells so goddamn good cooking. It was delicious. I mean, I haven't been in years, but it was very good. I was like, holy shit, this lives up to the hype. I thought at the time. I can't speak to what it is now, but
did you get a pie? Did you have some pie?
I don't know if we got. I don't remember if we got pie. I think I think we did like a buffet too. Like you could do the Grandma Knott's has their, you just go and get like chicken and mashed potatoes and that sort of stuff. But they also have, you get to the park right before it opens, and they'll do like a breakfast buffet sort of lunch and like a brunch buffet, and they got the chicken and whatnots there, and it was pretty solid. Gotta say, it's corny as fuck, but it was solid.
We on the Sunday, because it was like it had a limited time window, so it was like, let's hustle over there. We'll try to be there at, like 8 a.m. or whatever when they open this fucker up. And there was a McDonald's. It's like right across from the Disneyland entrance on the way. And that thing does some volume, right? Because it's across from Disney. It was probably the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had at that McDonald's. It was so hot and fresh and just like there was no weird, chewy, overly cooked part. It was so good. So good.
What a treat.
And then even my kid was like, "You want?" Like, I'll order some of these hash browns. Like, I don't want any. I'm like, "No, you're gonna want some." And then we got them, and again, high volume. I was like, "This is." The hash browns are already fantastic, but when it was like,
oh man,
it was, oh my god,
when
it was like it was
fresh,
so
incredible.
Thunder. I can't even. Thinking about it now, it's like I would go back just to get another breakfast sandwich from that specific McDonald's. I know if I go to the one near my house, it's gonna be such a goddamn disappointment because it's gonna be like some biscuits that's been sitting under a heat lamp. So good.
This is, I mean, since we've started this show, we've talked about this before, but certain fast foods, if you can get them hot, are just pretty goddamn. They'll knock your dick in the dirt. I mean, I don't even know what to say. And
it was perfect.
The McDonald's breakfast, so far as I can tell, they've never fucked with any formula that they've used for any of this stuff. So if you find the right one and you get it fresh, it still will you'll just go, holy shit.
Even my kids who are not like, I was like, we'll just hit this McDonald's for breakfast. And like, oh, we don't like, because they've had it here near my house. Yeah.
It's like nothing. It's
and
nothing
they're like,
special at all.
I didn't like that. And they're like, blah, blah, blah. And I got them like, I got like an Egg McMuffin. And I'm trying to remember the other thing I got. It doesn't even matter. But like my oldest was like, that was so good. I mean, she housed it like so fast. It was gone.
I remember as a kid when you'd go to McDonald's for breakfast because it was kind of an out of the ordinary thing.
Oh yeah, it was definitely like you had a doctor's appointment some morning. So your mom's like, well, stop by McDonald's, get you breakfast.
It is just another. It's on another level, dude. It is on, and the fact that it is something that you can only get at a certain time. So it's like if you miss it, so it's they've made it a treat just by the fact that they continue to have a time limit on it, right? So the times where it's available for you, it's
I would put any fucking hoity-toity bakery, French bakery, Southern biscuit company, or whatever. I would put them any against the best biscuit that a McDonald's can do, and McDonald's will win hands down every time.
I want to say like
the biscuit is so fucking good when it's fresh.
We just did me and Roden did a show on why is breakfast so fucked up. This was probably like 2 or 3 months ago, And I think we got exactly to where we're at right now. We're like, McDonald's is still got it on lock. And if you disagree, I can't help you. I can't help you. I'm like, because around here, like we talked about, we don't have like really good diners anymore.
No, that's a dying breed for sure.
It's totally a dying breed around here. At best, you'll find some bullshit where it's like hoity-toity or something. And it's never, if you just want a greasy diner-style breakfast, very hard to get around here. So by default, if you can get McDonald's fresh, it's still just one of the best goddamn things around.
When we were the 80s and 90s, that was like one of the more popular restaurant spots. Was like a Mitzel's.
Absolutely, a Mitzel's, a Sherry's, a Denny's, Kit Carson in Chehalis. There was always some sort of version of that, like no matter what, and there was almost too many to choose from.
Yeah, and then Starbucks came along and just decimated the breakfast industry. Like they just made it so everybody, all you need is coffee and a shitty mass-produced muffin. You're like, okay. Did
you ever go? And I was never a big fan of these, but after a while, it was just kind of like, well, this is what we got. Was the Patty's Egg Nest? Do you like that stuff?
I've gone, and I know people really like it, and it's fine.
That was my thought too. Yeah. But we had one right down the street from us.
I know where the Seattle Crab Company used to be. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And for people that don't know, it's kind of a local chain, right? It was. I don't know how many there used to be around here, but
half a dozen maybe. Yeah.
In Seattle proper, they've all shut down. There's one out in Holman, that's gone. There was one by my house, that one's gone. And I think if you go to like Edmonds, there's one there. I think there's a few.
I think there's one in Renton still.
Okay,
maybe. Yeah.
And like I said, there's people that just loved it, and I was always like, yeah, it was fine. But honestly, now that it's not available because they shut it down by my house, I kind of miss it. Like it was one of those things where it didn't blow my mind, but that's just the fact that like every now and then me and Anita would go, let's go down there.
That's like doing Burger Master for breakfast for me. It's like we would maybe do it once a month, once every 2 months. But when I did it, it was like, this is exactly what I want. It's like a greasy breakfast.
Did I tell you I finally got to go and do that?
You did.
Yeah.
That Muffin Master was pretty solid.
Solid. I didn't realize how extensive the breakfast menu actually was.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I will say, you know what else was actually pretty good there? Was their Swedish pancakes.
Oh, man.
Which is very odd to like this place that... Like, I think they probably had to, like, convert the grills and stuff like that because they only serve breakfast up to a certain point. Mm-hmm. But mostly Burger Master in the area is known for burgers and onion rings and fries. And you like Swedish pancakes at this place. They were really good. And, like, any other places, like, I don't know, they were very simple, good, not too heavy. Like, it was, they were always cooked, like, to the right consistency. I don't know, man. That place they had it like dialed. They were doing it for like whatever 60 years, so they had it kind of dialed in, right?
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. That's the only one that has breakfast, right?
I think that's right. Yeah.
I mean, I know
the Muffin Master is gone. That's it.
Oh, God.
R.I.P. Unless I don't know, maybe another one because the Muffin Master they would serve all day.
Oh, I didn't
it was
realize
just sausage, cheese, and English muffin. So maybe you can get that other places, but like the pancakes and waffle and Swedish pancakes, all that stuff is gone. Yeah.
And that place is done now, right? Did they finally close it?
Yeah, they shut it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I had this discussion the other night when we were leaving Helmet. So what do you do now? Do you have anything that you like consider like, well, that's our breakfast joint now if we go out someplace in your neighborhood? Do you have anything?
Not really. There's a cafe that's near the Bryant Cafe we'll go to now and then. It's okay. After I had my colonoscopy, I did tell the old lady, I was like, drop me off at the Bryant Cafe, and I ate a big giant plate of like a hobo scramble.
Oh, yeah.
Which, if you know a hobo scramble, is like hash browns, scrambled eggs, hollandaise sauce. Like, that's it. Like,
I love a place that has a hobo scramble. Sometimes they'll put sausage gravy on it instead of the hollandaise.
Oh, yeah, this said hollandaise. I like a hollandaise.
I celebrate both.
After fasting for 40 hours or whatever you have to do before a colonoscopy, it was probably the best meal I've ever had. Then the next one was the breakfast sandwich in Anaheim. But like, it was so like, after you do that and you wake up, you're all you're kind of like groggy, like you're hungover anyways from the thing, and you're like, and she's she had something to probably tennis. She was like, had something she's going to. And I was like, drop me off at the Bryant. If the Bryant Cafe is open, drop me off there. And she's like, I was like, how are you going to get home? I was like, I'll just walk down the hill. She's like, I don't think you're supposed to do that because you've been like knocked out. It's like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just drop me at this place. And it was like, yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
What a treat.
To really plan, like it's not often you have to fast for like 2 days and then get to plan the meal after that. Like that was kind of an actual treat to be like, what am I going to eat that I kind of like that's going to taste extra amazing? Yeah.
We went
Brooklyn Bridge would have been good. Brooklyn Bridge pizza would have been great.
We went to 13 Coins after Anita's. She wanted a French dip, so we went there. I think they have a prime rib dip there. It's pretty solid.
Yeah. I'm in a building. Like our building has 13 Coins in it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did. Yeah, that's right because you moved. And
I call it 13 hours because it's how long it takes them to serve you. Yeah.
This was the one that was in Bellevue, so it didn't take, and it was like on a Tuesday. So we were over.
I've ordered, no joke, I've ordered a bowl of oatmeal there before, and it's taken an hour.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I have many memories even of that where it's moved now of sitting in there waiting for stuff. So, that's what. Boy, I don't remember what I had after my colonoscopy.
Well, you got a plan for your next one in 10 years.
I know.
You can do it.
I didn't find that the fasting stuff really didn't bother me all that much. Because we were texting, we were in a text chain. Someone was like, "Oh my God, that fat." I don't remember having any issues with it.
I think what the part of it that was annoying more to me was that the removing foods up to that point, and you have to like go. You don't realize all that because I think it's like nuts and seeds, and there's certain things. It was like, I was like, oh, there's so much, you don't realize how much of that stuff is in everything.
Yes.
It was like, I went to go get I was like, well, I'll go have sushi because that's just fish. And you go, well, I can't have a roll because it's got all this like sesame seeds and stuff on top of it and whatever. And it's like, there's so many things that just have it as just like, that was the hard part for me. It was like trying to cut out all the little things the few days before and not so much as like I'm starving, just more of an annoyance of like, oh yeah, that's another thing I can't have.
You really have to like plan for it when you you
definitely
do it. Yeah.
Well, because I definitely didn't. I didn't want to have to redo the whole thing. I didn't want to get in there and get knocked out and have them come back like, yeah, we found like a boot and a nickel and all kinds of shit up there. You got to go do the cleanse again.
You got all sorts of turnt barnacles up there, dude.
Found like a license plate.
Yeah.
From like an old truck. You're like, oh man.
Seat cushion. What's that?
This gum you swallowed on the bus in 6th grade. We told you it was going to be in there.
Yeah, it stays in your stomach for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
All right.
It was like goddamn John Wayne when he died. That's what they told me.
Compacted fecal.
40 pounds of compacted fecal matter.
Wasn't that also Elvis? That was all the other, both of those things. It just got so goddamn compacted in there. Good God.
It's so foul.
It is foul.
It is so foul.
Christ. Oh, shit. Well, I think we did it. Well, welcome back, pal. It's been a minute. So,
I hope this was the hobo to your colonoscopy of podcasting. That's what I should have opened with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is interesting how many places have like a hobo, by the way. That just must be a thing for the diners, because I know exactly what you're talking about.
I love a hobo.
Me too.
It's definitely like my go-to anymore.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, we'll do it again in a couple of months, and God bless everyone, and be careful out there. We wish all of you at one moment, at least in 2025, where you can make it into a McDonald's and get a piping hot breakfast, because God damn it, you deserve it.
Yeah, everybody should have it.
Yep. All right, then. Bye.
That turned a lot of people off.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you something, though.
Tell you
something. That Burger King stuff is trash.